Hello, leader. Do you have remote team members? You likely do, especially since the COVID-19 pandemic forced it. And you may have team members who now work a split of remote and in-person, essentially a hybrid work schedule. You may have team members that you've never spent time with in person because you hired them using video conferencing. If this is you, it's now become apparent that your remote team members require and deserve to feel connected to their peers, their leadership team, and you. Today, I'm going to share a snapshot of a coaching conversation that took place during a paid strategy session. You see, a former client booked time with me because she wanted insight on how she could reduce team turnover, especially amongst her remote team members. This episode will act as a playbook for how to put this strategy into play in your business. Welcome to the Stacking Your Team podcast. This podcast is for anyone looking to strengthen their leadership skills and build a high-performing team. I'm your host, Shelli Warren. Leading people can be tough, but it's a skill we can all continue to develop. You already know that whether your workplace is big or small, people are your greatest asset and often your largest expense. That's why you take your role seriously and want to keep growing as a leader. You'll find that each episode is designed to provide practical solutions that you can apply immediately. So let's dive into today's episode with a couple of quick reminders. No one escapes team troubles, including me, and the team that got you here may not be the team that will get you there. My former client leads a large team at an agency that serves clientele across multiple states in the U.S. She's had her business for over 15 years and has built a strong reputation for client care and mastery of the compliance and particulars associated with the insurance industry. Her team has shifted over the years too. Many are great at what they do. Others are new, requiring more training, specifically more training on client scenarios and how to address questions, concerns, and variables. This CEO does a great job of onboarding and has taken the time in order to save time and ensure consistent onboarding for every new person she brings on board. She's created videos, learning guides, SOPs, and demonstrations. She's also joined new hires on client calls to assist in developing strong relationships and boosting everyone's confidence. Of course, there's a fine line between tag teaming client calls early in the client onboarding and falsely demonstrating to the client that you will be actively involved in their care. Now, as a small business owner, you know that you can't scale if you're expected to attend every client meeting and oversee every aspect of client care. This undermines your long-term goal of having a self-sufficient team that can stand alone to uphold your standards and provide quality care and guidance for your clients and customers. It also confuses your team members. Do they really have decision-making space? Are you really confident in their ability? Are you really a control freak? But here's the thing. As a leader, it's your role to set your team up for success. And that includes helping them gain confidence so that they no longer need you to be present, hold their hand, or jump in to calm a situation or answer a question. So beyond providing everyone up-to-date SOPs and training materials and offering virtual training and demonstrations, what else can you do, especially for your remote team members? Here's the strategy I shared with my former client who wanted to do things differently to ensure stronger and more consistent outcomes for her remote team members and reduce her worry about team turnover. First, we looked at the locations of where her remote team members lived, and we also looked to see if there were other nearby team members within a reasonable driving distance or short flight. Second, we looked at her calendar to match existing travel plans, both family travel and work travel, to that team member's location. Third, we looked at setting up a drumbeat to plan for and then commit to visiting each remote team member a few times each year. Next, we set some intentions for key activities that could take place in person with her remote team members. And we looked at hosting this one high-impact day followed by a half day in the morning of her flight out. This included meals, meeting some key clients, touring around to better understand the community, and meeting other team members who work at that location. This would also be a great time to share their formal performance review in person. And here are a few other activities to consider. How about observing their setup, their housekeeping, their standards, reset some expectations, ensure branding is on point, look at how they're electronically storing their documents, check out if they're using your templates, check out to see what their local footprint is, while also conducting a bit of an audit of sorts on any gaps with an action plan to close those gaps. The remainder of the time would be set aside for training and collaboration. Now, I want to encourage you to think about day 2 being either a half day or a full day that could be held at a hotel. Yeah, the one you're staying at. You could book a conference room or grab a spot in a common area or the lobby or even on the deck. Make this in-person coaching and collaboration session really special and take advantage of a different atmosphere to fire up creativity with zero distractions. The next thing we did was we reviewed feedback that she had already received from her team members that she works with every day. We looked at what they told her that they appreciated about being in such close proximity to her. We then set about replicating that during those in-person visits with her remote team members. We then highlighted these to incorporate into the approach and the agenda. The next thing we did was we set up a plan to roll this out across the team, creating some hype and enthusiasm, complete with what can you expect and how to prepare to maximize our time together. And lastly, I encouraged her to piggyback moments with this travel to make the most of whatever the city or the area has to offer her or her family. Yeah, I mean, come on, you're already going to be there. So why not have some fun? Maybe attend a conference, see a show, experience something. That's the power of owning your own business and having the flexibility to set the course for where your time is spent and choose what you'll be doing during that time. By providing this high-value one-to-one coaching and collaboration experience on a drumbeat each year, your remote team members are going to feel your commitment to their success. You can double down on this by setting up specific times each year to bring all of your team together in one place to collaborate, build deeper relationships throughout your time together. You know, isolation is a real challenge, and many team members will claim that they're doing fine, that they're okay, that they love working from home, that they love working from a co-working spot or a coffee shop, or that they love being on the road. But do they love every minute of it? Not likely. Throughout the pandemic, we learned that the best way to combat isolation is to spend quality time with people you care about, with people you enjoy working alongside, with people you can have great conversations with, and with people you can get to know at a deeper level as you share a meal with them. And making the commitment to travel to your remote team members to spend some quality time with on a drumbeat where the experiences act like glue that sticks them to you, their work, the brand, it can all be time very well spent for the both of you. And just seeing their workspace, seeing their overall well-being or lack of, seeing what they're up against in terms of their location, their workplace, the weather, the community, the infrastructure, all gives you a crystal clear picture of who they are, what they do, how they do it, and what challenges they face each day. As soon as you have a better understanding of all of this, you can break down barriers, help to end frustrations, and also celebrate the incredible work they do, all in person. So sure, Zoom is cool, but nothing beats in-person gatherings. That's why I'm such a fan of leadership team retreats and extended team planning and celebration days. I also love hosting client in-person retreats each year, and I'm super excited about the location of this year's retreat in May. It's so quaint and Hallmark movie worthy. I can't wait to see everyone and show them one of my favorite Canadian villages. Hey, did you know I host free live workshops every month? Now, each of these sessions is packed with game-changing insights to help you grow and lead with confidence. And people tell us our workbooks are fantastic. Want to know when the next one is and what we'll be diving into? Subscribe to our weekly newsletter and you'll always be in the loop. This could be the most valuable hour you've invested in yourself in a very long time. And if you found today's episode helpful, please share it with a friend. Tag us on Instagram at Stacking Your Team. Leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or visit the website and grab some of our incredible free resources over there. Don't miss out. You know, everything we do at Stacking Your Team is designed to help you strengthen your leadership skills and build a high-performing team. So I'll see you on Instagram or LinkedIn. And of course, I'll be here next week to join you as you step into expanding your leadership skills even further.